everyone. I'm not gonna change the angle. Oh God, like a ghost. Anyway, you're not really gonna see me anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I don't really have time to do this. I'm very much behind time today, and I didn't even want to come here, but I just wanted to go to one place. Apparently I could have gone to numerous places, and it's starting to rain, so I might regret staying here when I could be somewhere dry. But, I mean, it's dry in here obviously. So I'm doing this video. I did one a couple of weeks ago, and I filmed it when I was in bed, and I feel like, I don't know why I'm so like black in colour here, but it doesn't matter. I feel like I just rambled on, and this is not going to be edited, so this is my, I mean, I shouldn't be doing this because I don't have time. This is kind of my, I need a drink and I don't have anything. It's my opinion on the Johnny Depp Amber Heard or Turd case. She's a psychopath, 100% psychopath. I mean, I remember when they started to appear in public, and Johnny Depp's pretty eligible. Like, there'd probably be millions of females who would love to be with Johnny Depp, but there was something about her that screamed to me that basically she was with him for the clout, for the fame, for what he could, for what he could do for her. That was really obvious to me, and it was probably obvious to loads and loads of people, and I just couldn't see what he saw in her because of how she came across. And that's just my personal opinion at the time. Now obviously when he finally decided he's going to get rid of her, I mean, I think he was trying to get rid of her for a while from what's come out since, but when she was like showing pictures of her bruised and stuff, and my God, why am I so pale? I didn't believe for 1 second that it was anything to do with him. I automatically presumed that she was doing it to herself for attention and to potentially get more money in the divorce. Again, my opinion, and we're all entitled to our opinions. If you don't agree with my opinion, that's absolutely fine. Not everyone agrees on everything, and you might agree with some things I say and not other things, and that's fine because we're all our individual selves. I mean, I know some people copy everyone, but for the most part we are individual, and we all have our own minds, and we all have our own opinions, and we can all make our own opinions. So I didn't believe any of it, and I just thought that if it was really going on, she would have pressed charges, but she never did. She just did these couple of pictures where she's bruised and she's suggesting that it's him. Now, when they did the divorce and they did like that joint statement, she basically indicated in it that there was no wrongdoings in that joint statement, which she signed off on, like whatever. So obviously she then did the article, and everyone knew who she was talking about. Even though she didn't name him, it was obvious, and that's what started all the court drama, all the whatever it is, because she wanted to play the victim and make out that Johnny Depp is this abusive person. That you don't just become an abusive person. If Johnny Depp was this great abuser who's doing all these things, he would have done it with previous partners. And you know, he was with his last wife, were they married, I don't know, for over 10 years. You know, she's not going to stay with someone who's acting that way. She doesn't need to, but she did. And if it was true, she wouldn't be backing him, because why would you back someone that is like that? You'd be telling them and asking them to get help. So anyway, when the original court case in London, and he didn't win, and obviously the cameras weren't in there, but obviously it was reported on, and you got to like maybe not hear the whole truth, because you know what journalists are like. They're going to print their truth or their version of the truth, and it's not necessarily going to be the truth. And the judge decided in her favour. Now, obviously we didn't get to see the what happened in court, and he had a different legal team, and the judge was probably, I don't know, but like, everyone who I know was like, how the hell that judge found in her favour is just like, it's just ridiculous. Like, everyone knows he's not this person, and it's not because he's Johnny Depp. It could be John from the corner shop. Like, it doesn't matter who he is, to me anyway. I mean, and it shouldn't matter if he's Johnny Depp or John from Aldi or John from Lidl or John who has a burger van. Like, it shouldn't matter who he is. It doesn't matter to me who he actually is. All that matters is the truth. Now, this court trial, I mean, I know people are literally watching large chunks of it every single day, and I think the first time I watched any of it was when he was on the stand, and he's so like eloquent in the way that he speaks. He thinks about the question before he answers it. He takes long pauses because he wants to make sure what he's remembering is the actual truth, because he doesn't want to get it wrong. And I listened to a fair bit of his testimony. I didn't sit and listen to hours, but I do follow someone on YouTube that was watching a lot of it and doing an update every couple of days or whatever of what she felt to be the highlights and what she understood to what has gone on. So I was watching her videos, well, like half an hour each, a few times a week, and I was getting a lot from that, but I just couldn't sit and watch it all. Now, I watched Dr. Curry. Is she called Dr. Curry? She was amazing, and she knew what she was talking about. Now, I've always thought that Amber Heard is a sociopath from the way that she acts, and that she has some kind of personality disorder, because I've known people like that. I know people that basically will have an issue with someone, or they won't like something that someone's done. Well, I can't even get my words out. And then they'll tell stories about that person. Excuse me, I've got a really dry throat. And I didn't bring a drink out for once. And then they'll start telling stories about this person to not only get attention, but to also make themselves this victim, which they're not, but they want to be a victim. I mean, I don't know why people want to be victims. And they'll just tell ridiculous lies. And they're so good at the lies, and that's why they're sociopaths. Sociopaths are people that come across a certain way, like victims, and they get people drawn into their dramas and like get them to believe things for the attention, and they're good at it. And these people that are getting drawn into it don't realise they're getting drawn into things that aren't actually happening, and getting drawn into things and getting themselves involved in things that haven't even happened, and they're like targeting people because of lies that they've been led to believe about people. So I've seen people like that, you know. I've been in situations where there's someone doing that, and it's not pleasant to see, and you know, like, you're telling the truth, or whoever's telling the truth, and that this person is basically telling all these lies for whatever reason. In their own head, they've got their own reasons. They know why they're doing it, and the people that they're lying to believe in this person with no kind of evidence or no kind of insight into the other person. So when Amber did get on the stand, I couldn't watch it. I would watch a little bit and I would get really wound up, and it takes a lot to wind me up, and I was getting wound up pretty quickly because she's just not genuine. She keeps talking to the jury, which you typically don't do. Like, every now and then you'd probably look at them, but you're not really. Your legal counsel advise you not to look at them and to just talk to who is actually asking the question. And she was constantly addressing them, constantly looking at them, and what she was saying just didn't add up. She would go from one extreme to another and completely change what had happened and make it something bigger than it actually was, and nothing actually added up. and I'm going to wrap this up soon because my battery's going to die and there's probably going to be part 2. But one of the instances that I'm going to give is when she was telling a story about how they were sat on the sofa and he was like, she asked about his tattoo that says "Why Not Forever," and she said that, like, one minute she's like, we're sat on the couch, 1 minute she's saying we're sat on the couch together, then she's like, well, he was sat on the couch and I was sat on the end of the couch, and then she said I'm like, I'm sat on the floor, and I'm like, how can you be sat in so many different positions? Like, it just doesn't make sense, it's just ridiculous. But that was like one of the things, was like, what the hell, you can't be sat in all these different positions. And even if you did laugh at his tattoo, why would he just hit you? Like, you know, some people have tattoos and they mean something to them, but if someone didn't understand the meaning and they laughed at it, the person's not just going to automatically turn around and hit them. Even if they were an aggressive person, they'd be more likely to say, like, it's not funny, it means something to me, or what do you think's funny? They wouldn't just like whack you. Like, no matter how violent or aggressive they are, I just can't picture someone just laughing, because she might have just been nervous laughing. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's ridiculous. And like, apparently they were really early on in the relationship, when typically people are on the best behaviour when they're trying to impress the other person. So why would he just turn around and go, like, hit her where she sat next to him but sat on the edge of the sofa but on the floor? Like, don't make sense. But I'm going to end that here because I've got about 5% battery left. But there will be a part 2, maybe part 3, because I think I can go on about this.